Hey y'all, this is Angela, and welcome to the show Hodgepodge. This show is not about one thing, this show is about everything. Because in this old crazy world that we're living in, there is lots to discuss. So I hope you'll sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Now let's get started with today's episode. Hey y'all, and welcome to another episode of Hodgepodge with Angela. I am your host, Angela, and oh y'all, fall is finally coming. It's such a nice crisp in the air today. It's getting time to wear some jackets and some sweatshirts. Couldn't be more excited. I hate summer. Oh, can't stand it. But that's not the point of the podcast. The podcast today is titled Influencers, Can We Trust Them? And I'll give you my opinion at the end of this podcast saying whether I feel we can trust them or not. But first, I got to tell you a couple stories as to why I feel this way. So, I'm going to start by telling you about this lady that I follow on social media. And I started following her because I liked her hair. She's a lot younger than I am, so I really can't wear the same clothes. Or she wears heels. I haven't worn heels in years, so I don't follow her for her clothes, but I follow her for her hair. And she was telling me, she had went her hair grew from a pixie to her current length, which is a little longer than mine right now. And I posted a video on my YouTube page about how to go from a pixie to a bob with the products that I used. And the products I started using were products that I had seen this influencer use, and her hair was the same as mine and grew out just like I wanted it. So that's sort of how I found this young lady. She's probably in her 30s. And so I just started following her. And I noticed, she would post clothing, her outfit of the day, as a lot of people do now, these influencers. And she would post that, and she'd always have an expensive handbag that she was carrying or wearing in the post. And I would think to myself, wow, she must be doing really well for herself if she can afford all those handbags. And I would even find myself going online to find out the price of the handbag because I liked it so much with her carrying it. And I know that that's the job of an influencer. We see something they have, we go and we buy it. Well, a lot of them the bags were over, $15,000, $2,000. And I'm like, no, I'm not buying that. The old Angela probably would have, but the new Angela, no, I'm not buying it. So I would look at it and I would say, no, not buying that bag, not buying that bag. It's crazy. There was another person that I followed, and I was just following her because she was funny, and she would promote things from time to time. She was older. She was my age, and she would promote a couple skincare products that she was using, which is how I found her. It seems like we find everything we need on social media now. But she would also post all these crazy handbags that she was carrying. And y'all, these were some really beautiful, high-end handbags. And when I would go look at some of these prices, I thought to myself, oh, no. I mean, $5,000? I think that was the cheapest one I saw that she had. I mean, she wore high-end shoes and sunglasses. And so I had to stop following her because I did not want that person to get me in trouble with my bank account by posting all those things that I just felt I had to have because I saw it and wanted it. So I think that when we get into influencers and we start following influencers, we really need to be careful. First of all, when an influencer gives you a code to shop with, they're making money off that code. And I did not really know that. I just thought that they were maybe saving on their products that they bought, but no. If you use a code that an influencer gives you and you go to the site and use that code, they're going to make monies off of you using that code, which I guess it makes sense. And I should have known that, but I really did not until recently. So when you see all those products that you go and you try and you use their code, they're making money off of you. And most of the time you're saving monies too by using a code, because their code will be a discount of 10% or whatever. You do save monies, but you also put more money into that influencer's pocket, which I guess that's their job. That's what they're doing. They're out there to promote things. But we have to be so careful, y'all. And I'm the worst. I go through and I'll see something that somebody's using, and I thought, oh, I got to have it, just like the purse that I saw the young lady was carrying. And y'all, come to find out, they were all fake. A couple weeks ago, she posted her looks of the day and a link to shop, and every one of them was fake. And then you could still use her code to save money off the fake handbags. And I was so mad. I quit following her because I'm like, she's putting something out there. She didn't tell us they were fake. She just, posted her look of the day, and people go and they want to buy this. And some people go into debt doing this. And here they all were, they were fakes. So I was just distraught that she was posting that. But anyway, I've gotten myself wrapped up in a couple of these things. I have a person that when I worked out all the time, I just loved her so much. I admired her. She had she was just great. She had a great body. I mean, just phenomenal. If you're into fitness in any sense of the word, you know what it's like when you see somebody like that. And I was able to worm my way into her world by trying a product that she was promoting. I mean, I got to meet her, I got to hang out with her. But once I stopped using the product that I was buying for her, she just sort of disappeared from my life. She didn't want to be friends with me. She just wanted me to spend my money. And it's funny because she eventually stopped using the product as well, because there was a whole big thing behind it. And I'm not going to tell you what that product was, but she stopped using it as well. And I'm still friends with her on Facebook. And every once in a while, she'd like something I post and vice versa. Well, she went into another influencer type business. And you know what? She reached out, asked me if I would be interested in trying it. Normally in the past, I would have been like, oh my gosh, there she is. She's come back. She wants to be my friend. No, she don't want to be my friend. She just wants me to buy her products or buy the products that she's promoting using her code so she can make money. So I politely said, no, thank you. And that's what we have to do, y'all, with these influencers. And I know that there's a lot of influencers out there. This is how they make their money. But what really irritates me are the people that promote this stuff. They don't use it. They don't have a clue if it works. They don't have a clue if it'll work for a couple days and break. They have no clue. There was this little LED mask, and if any men are listening to this, you probably don't know what this is, but it's a mask that you put on and you look like a welder when you wear it. And it had red light, blue light, and yellow light. It's supposed to do all these fabulous things for your face. Well, I tried it for 30 days, like the influencer that I follow said, and this influencer had beautiful skin that she said she got from using this mask. Nothing happened in 30 days other than I had a headache every time I wore it because it was so tight that it was made for a baby doll size head. So I threw it away because it didn't work. There was another time somebody was promoting some skincare that I got suckered into. Well, come to find out, when I started paying more attention to this influencer, she was using a filter when she was posting at how good her skin looked. Now, who does that? If you're going to promote a product on your skin, why would you not be honest and just use a regular, no filter at all? I mean, I know I've used filters before, but I'm not going to promote a skincare or makeup and post a filter to it. Say, oh, look how good my skin looks with a filter on. And you have to be careful because these people on Instagram, they do it all the time. They will start putting on makeup, and if you look in the upper left-hand corner, the top upper left-hand corner of Instagram, you can see that they're using a filter, and that makeup is not covering their skin that well. So you got to be smarter than these influencers because they are getting smarter and figuring out ways to take our money from us. I did buy one thing recently that I truly like, and it is a towel face wash. If you've watched any of my videos on YouTube where I talk about skincare and that kind of thing, it's a face wash that I use. And I love that. I've had it for a couple years now. I had one that stopped working, and I reached out to the company and they immediately replaced it. They replaced the whole unit. So their customer service was really good. I do have a code for that, but there's really no need to give you a code because they offer 60% off on their products most of the time. And I'll put that in the show notes if anybody is interested. Excuse me, I had to stop and take a little sip of my drink here. But you have to be careful with these things because they're all about getting money. That is their job. It is their job for somebody to send them products and they give a good review so that we'll go and start using the products and they can make more money. There were some episodes long time ago, back when Jessica Simpson and Nick Lachey were married. And I remember watching one episode, and one of them had come in, probably was Jessica because she did all the traveling. But she walks into her home, and sitting next to her front door are all these boxes. There's Nike boxes, there's handbags, there's skincare, there's makeup. And all these companies were sending that to her because they knew if she was shot or a picture was shot of her wearing it or talking about it, then they were going to make tons of money because Jessica Simpson, she was so hot at the time, which she's still very, very much relevant, but she just doesn't have a TV show anymore. But if she were seen out somewhere using that stuff or wearing that bag, then people were going to go out and buy it. And it's crazy. Another thing going on right now is the Stanley tumbler. I got suckered into the Stanley tumbler. I can't talk, the tumbler. And I will tell you that the Stanley tumbler is everything they say it is. The only thing I don't like about it is a little, I have two, and the first one I bought is a little heavier, it seems, than the second one. So maybe that's something they changed when they did a relaunch. But y'all, be careful with these influencers, especially this time of the year. Excuse me, people are promoting all this stuff, and it seems to be, getting more and more and more every day that people are promoting and telling us all this stuff is fabulous. And you have to wonder if they even use the products. There's a famous family that they were, I don't know if they still are, but they were promoting hair vitamins. And y'all, everybody in the family just about wears hair extensions. So I know they're not using those vitamins, but they're putting money in their pockets because people like us see them promoting it and we want to be like them, and we want to go out and we want to spend this money to buy those hair vitamins, and they don't know if they work. Half of this stuff they don't even use. They have a company that says, hey, if you promote my product, I'll give you X amount of dollars. And that's how people have become Insta famous, is because they're promoting these products and they're getting paid by people like us. So be careful. Do your own reviews or check your own check products yourself. I bought some lights recently from Amazon. They didn't work. I didn't check my reviews, or check the reviews rather, and now I've got to send them back. So check the reviews yourself. Don't get caught up like I have, and I'm sure we all have in the past, with these influencers telling us what we need to use and buying products, and especially using these codes, because when we use those codes, again, we're putting money into their pocket. So we don't know if we can truly trust them or not. There's one person that I follow on Instagram, and I don't really know if she's an influencer per se. I don't think that she really makes any money promoting any items. But if she tells me something's, excuse me, if she tells me something's good, I believe her. If she tells me something's crap, I believe her, and I don't waste my money on it. But the point of this podcast was influencers, can we trust them? And my vote is pretty much, as a whole, no, we can't, because they're getting paid to tell us that something's fabulous, so we'll go out and buy it and they can make money. I don't believe all influencers are that way, but I say on average they are. And if anybody's listening to this and you know influencers and you say, oh, well, my friend's not that way, I'm not saying all. I'm saying on the average, I don't feel that we can trust them. And this is my own personal opinion. So don't come at me telling me that, oh, no, you said that wrong. They're not bad. I didn't say all of them. I said as a whole, I feel like they are not truthful with us and products that they are promoting. So anyway, that is my thought on influencers. I hope you guys have enjoyed this podcast. If you have any comments or thoughts, you are more than welcome to send me an email at hodgepodgewithangela@gmail. It's down below in the show notes. You can also call me or send a text message, and my number is 404-939-7720, and leave a comment. Or if you have any questions about anything that I've talked about in the past few podcasts that I've done, by all means, you can leave that there. I do thank you for listening. And until next time, thank you for listening to Hodgepodge with Angela. I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye, y'all.